Hey guys, and welcome back to another mod spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thank you for joining me. This spotlight, we're going to go over the advanced weaponry mod. Now, this was brought to my attention. The developer of the mod actually contacted me and asked for some feedback, and I took a look and decided it was definitely worth a spotlight. There's some really neat stuff added here. So let's get right into it. This adds quite a few different weapons. It adds the assault rifle, which is essentially an upgraded submachine gun. You can see range 15, shooting speed 15 plus 24 a second. And the reason this is so high is because I've unlocked all the research. Normally it's just 15. This guy has a slightly lower shooting speed, but it does have a higher range and it has a 50% damage bonus. We have a sniper rifle, which has a very high range, a slow shooting speed, but it does a lot of damage. It has a 50% damage bonus. And then we have a laser rifle, which has a decent range and decent shooting speed, and it will shoot lasers, obviously. We'll get into the ammo in a second. And then we have a grenade launcher, which has a pretty good range, kind of slow shooting speed, but 100% damage bonus. And then this is like an upgraded type grenade launcher. It has a lower range and less damage bonus, but it shoots faster, is the main difference I can figure out here. So there's that, okay? Now, you can use the normal ammo in the assault rifle, obviously. It will just do more damage. And then we have our sniper rifle magazines, okay? There's only 3 per magazine, but they do 200 physical damage. I did a quick test. They will take out a spawner in 2 hits. So pretty good. Almost about a tank. I think a tank takes out a spawner in 2 hits. So you have these, and then you have your charge pack for your laser rifle down here. And again, this is with all the technology unlocked. Normally, if you don't have any tech unlocked for damage, they would do 20 laser and then 5 laser. Now, I don't know why damage is in there twice. I don't think it's a mistake. I think it's just something I'm not really realizing. I'm not quite sure, but it does quite a bit of damage, especially with the upgrades there. You can see 10 per magazine and quite a high range, although the range you really want to be looking at is the range of the rifle. And then you have 3 different types here for your types of ammo for your grenade launchers. You have your basic launch grenade, which has a 6.5 area of effect and does 50 explosion damage normally, but does 105 if you have all your damage upgrades. Then you have a poison one, which essentially, as far as I can tell, it just launches a poison capsule. But it can do it from farther away. If we see here, the range is 25. The range on this guy is 40, and the range even on this one is 35, so you can launch it from farther away. And then we have these HE launch grenades, which have a slightly larger area of effect, and they do slightly less damage, but they do have a larger area of effect. That's the main difference I can figure out between the two. And if we just very quickly go over the materials, pretty cheap, these two. Just iron and some coal. This one is essentially the recipe for a poison capsule. Actually, it's exactly the recipe for a poison capsule. These guys take a battery and 5 copper and 5 iron. And your sniper bullets take 20 steel, 20 copper, and 10 iron. And then the weapons themselves are fairly cheap. I mean, 200 steel is actually pretty expensive for that, but I mean, I can understand why. It's pretty powerful. This guy takes 5 batteries, steel, iron, copper, basic materials. Now, before we go in to test them, the developer did ask for some feedback, and I'll go ahead and do it really quick here. After looking over it, I would say based on the power of this that I've tested now, granted I've only tested it on small biters so far, but based on the amount of laser damage this does, and the amount per clip here and stuff, I would say that these charge packs are a little bit too cheap. 1 battery in the scheme of things is pretty much nothing. Same with 5 iron and copper. I would say this should be at least double that. Possibly even like 5 batteries per. And maybe not 5, maybe 2 or 3 per, and then like 10 iron and 10 copper or something. I think this is a bit too cheap for what it can do. This seems balanced-ish. This seems maybe even actually a little expensive. Although if we compare it to a tank shell, yeah, it's actually still pretty expensive. So maybe a little cheaper here. These guys I think are pretty good. That's about, I think that everything else seems pretty decent. Okay, so let's test it out. So my assault rifle, I mean, there's not much to show. I mean, it just does more damage and has a little higher range. The sniper rifle, though, it does allow you to outrange aggro. So I'm going to sneak up here. As soon as that turns green, 2 shots. Now, of course, it does aggro them. Now, if I switch to my laser... Now, granted, I do have max weapon shooting speed upgrades as well, but you can see how much damage this does. Okay, so there's that. So sniper rifle, pretty damn good. I'm quite sure you could take out worms with this as well. There doesn't seem to be a base. Actually, there's a base down here. Let's see if there's any worms over here that we can test this on. Okay, there is a small worm, but I don't know if I can hit that outside of aggro range. And as you can see, it is worth noting that when you do shoot it, even if you're outside aggro range, it does aggro them. Let me come down here where there's less guys. Shit. Yeah, so that can be a little hard. But if we just take a look, so that one-shots small worms. Again, all the damage upgrades. Even without it, it does quite a large amount of damage. Now, this does add the technologies to unlock this. There's a lot. There's laser weapon damage and shooting speeds, and there's launcher weapon damage and shooting speeds. And then you have your actual things to unlock this. After Military 3, you get advanced weaponry, which unlocks the assault rifle. The next one unlocks sniper rifle and this. Now, there does not seem to be sniper rifle damage upgrades, so I don't know if these are affected by normal damage upgrades or not. It wasn't very clear. I'm going to say not, because this doesn't seem to add anything to it. So this may just be base, which is still pretty good. So advanced, and then 3 unlocks your laser rifle. Pretty expensive, so it's definitely late game. This guy unlocks your launcher in these 2, and then the last one unlocks the higher launcher in this one. Another bit of feedback is possibly change these icons a little bit at least. It's quite confusing because they're the exact same icon as the military upgrades, so it can be a little confusing to figure out what they are. I mean, once you mouse over it, you can see, but it's still a little confusing. Yeah, so there's that. And I guess if we take out our sniper rifle here and we stick in, I guess it doesn't really matter which one. I mean, the stats say most about it. We take this guy. This guy has a higher shooting speed. It's pretty fast. I mean, these grenades will wreck spawners. Now, you do have to be careful, because if you shoot them by yourself, you're going to kill yourself. But if we take this, which has a slightly higher explosion range, and I mean, this is the range they shoot at, which is pretty good. So pretty good, I would definitely say. And then the poison one, as I said, the poison one will just launch a poison capsule. You don't get the area effect indicator, but that's fine. So there you go. There's that. Now, really quick before I finish this up, let's go and up the evolution factor a bit here. Of course, if I type it wrong, that doesn't help. Okay, so we're now up to 70. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give myself some armor because I just don't want to die during this demonstration. Okay, so now against like medium and big dudes, we can see how the laser rifle does. Again, with max upgrades, but you may or may not have that. I mean, you can see it's still pretty good. It like one-shots the medium guys and still does pretty good against these big guys. Now, if we switch this guy out, let's switch him out to like the normal ones. switch this out, we can see how this guy does. So, I mean, he does pretty good too. It's like a rocket launcher essentially, but potentially better. And then if we go, let's just bump the evolution up completely here. If we just bump this up completely here to like 95, can I just do like 1? No, that won't work, will it? Or yeah, it will. No, that's 10. Damn it. Let's just go 99. Okay, so we should get some like behemoth here. That's what I really want to test out this laser rifle on. Now, I mean, this guy, I mean, it pretty much wrecks bases as well. So you can still definitely get overwhelmed, but it's pretty good. So there you go. I mean, that's pretty much as full of a demonstration as I can do here. So pretty cool. I mean, it adds a lot of different weapon variety. If you're getting bored with just running around with destroyer capsules, or if you want to supplement it, then this is definitely a good mod for that. It seems pretty balanced, except for the couple things I went over in regards to the cost of stuff. But yeah, I mean, damage-wise, I think it seems pretty good. I mean, the rifle can two-shot a base, but it is pretty expensive, so I think it's pretty balanced. And yeah, I mean, I think that's about it. So there you go. You got laser rifle, you got 2 grenade launchers, you have an assault rifle, and you have your sniper rifle. And ammo for all of them, as well as technologies. As for the cost, the first one is blue science, so you can't even get it before that, and then it just scales up purple with that, and the very last one is 250 of each. So there you go, a little longer spotlight, but we had quite a bit to cover. And you know, if you're interested or like the military side of stuff and want to add something to your game, I definitely recommend checking it out. As always, a link down in the description. And yeah, I think that'll be it, guys. So as always, I hope you found this helpful, and if you're interested, check it out. But until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.